Hi guys, it's me again, and welcome to the second part of my updated BBC VHS collection of 2021. This time we're going to move on to the globes, and I'm going to split them in a couple of parts for the second part, because I do have a lot of BBC VHS tapes with the globe idents. And this video is dedicated to Josh Tottenham Phillips, who has deleted his channel, but it's a good thing he'll probably want to see it, and I know Louis Walton will be too. So let's say it's dedicated to Louis Walton and Josh Phillips. Okay, so let's crack on. So we're going to start with that one, which I forgot to show during the first part, and it's the BBC Wildlife Specials with Meerkats United and the Impossible Bird. Here's the front, spine with an old BBC video logo on the bottom, and here's the back, and it's got two programs like Meerkats United and The Impossible Bird. And just to let you know, this however was the very first BBC video that I still have after all these years. And here's the tape for Meerkats United and The Impossible Bird. No print date. And I know that my brother Tom loves this video because it's featuring the meerkats, and I know my brothers Tom and Dad used to watch that on video when they were kids, but they don't watch it anymore though. And now we're going to move on to the globes, the era. So we're going to start with that one first. And here's the second volume of The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. Now this one runs for 120 minutes on here, so that's 2 hours out of that one. There's no print date for this tape, but here's the tape to prove it. The Fall and Rise of Reginald Perrin 2. Originally this one was released in 1985, but this is obviously an 88 re-release. Right, moving on to the Jackanory stories. So we're going to start with this one first. And it's the Church Mouse, and I know this one has got the Paradox Films logo on here, but because this is a distributed from BBC Worldwide, so I thought I might as well include this one. Well, just for the sake of it. Anyway, here's the front, spine, and here's the back. And see what I mean? This one was distributed under license from BBC Worldwide Limited. And here's the tape for Jackanory, the Church Mouse. No print date. And moving on to the proper ones with the BBC video logo, and it's Jackanory Saddle Bottom, told by Jonathan Morris. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. Now this one runs for 64 minutes on here, and there are some other Jackanory titles available. There's 10 in a Bed, Ragey Robots and Unruly Uncles, and the Church Mouse. And here's the tape for Jackanory Saddle Bottom. No print date. Yeah, this one was released in 1989, just to let you know. And moving on to the next one. And it's Ragey Robots and Unruly Uncles, told by Sue Pollard. Here's the front, spine with the Paradox Films logo on top. And here's the back. This one runs for 64 minutes, same thing as well as Saddle Bottom. And here's the tape for Ragey Robots and Unruly Uncles. And there's no print date on this one. And I already know that this one contains the globe ident in this one, which is most surprising, because you don't normally find that with the Paradox Films logo. All the same. But there you go. Next one, and this is moving on to the last Jackanory video now. And it's Jackanory Winnie the Pooh, told by Willie Rushton. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. And it's got some stories, which I'm not going to bother to tell you this time, as I've already done that during my last update. But here's a tape for Jackanory Winnie the Pooh. No print date. Right, moving on to the Doctor Who ones now. And here's Doctor Who The Ark in Space, starring Tom Baker. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. This one runs for 90 minutes on here. There's no print date on this one, But here's a tape for Doctor Who: The Ark in Space. Next one, and it'll be The Time Warrior, starring John Pertwee this time. Here's the front, Spy, and here's the back. This one runs for 90 minutes as well as the other one. Here's the tape for Doctor Who: The Time Warrior. No print date. Right, moving on to The Web Planet, 2 parts. And here's the first one. Part 1, episodes 1 to 3. Starring William Hartnell, the first ever Doctor to be featuring. Here's the front, Spy, and here's the back. And here's a tape for part 1 of The Web Planet. No print date. Next one, and it's part 2, episodes 4 to 6. Front, Spy, and here's the back. This one runs for 77 minutes. Here's the tape for part 2. Right, I'm moving on to the War Games now. Oh yeah, just bear with me for a minute, viewers. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's just a video block, it's getting a bit loose. Right, anyway, here we go. Right, moving on to the War Games now. And here's the first part, episodes 1 to 5, starring Patrick Troughton. That was the one on the Box of Delights, which I'll show you in a minute. Here's the front, Spy. Here's the back. Here's a tape for The War Games Part 1. No print date. Right, next one, and it's Part 2, Episodes 6 to 10. Front, Spy, and here's the back. Here's a tape for The War Games Part 2. Right, last couple of the Doctor Who's now. We're going to move on to the next one. And it's The Brain of Morbius, starring Tom Baker. Complete unedited recordings. Here's the front, Spy, and here's the back. This one runs for 100 minutes. Here's a tape for The Brain of Morbius. No print date. Right, next one, and it'll be The Curse of Fenric. Contains new material not originally broadcast. Here's the front, and it's starring Sylvester McCoy. Spy, and here's the back. Here's a tape for The Curse of Fenric. Print date is 27th of May 1993. And here's the next one, The Mask of Mandragora. Here's the front, Spy, here's the back. Now this one runs for 99 minutes. Here's the tape for The Mask of Mandragora. No print date. Right, last Doctor Who tape now, and it's a double video pack, and it'll be The Sontaran Experiment and the Genesis of the Daleks. Here's the front, big spy, and the big back. And here's part 1 for the Sontaran Experiment and part 2 for the Genesis of the Daleks. No printout on that one, nor that one. Oh, and this one, however, has got a BBC Streaks of Doom ident in this one, and I know Louis Walton loves these bylines logo, especially if it's a Streaks of Doom ident. And this one, however, featured a globe in this one, so that's obviously a very lucky thing for me to find. Right, just bear with me for a minute whilst I put this away properly. There we go. Right, that's all the Doctor Who's now. So, we're going to move on to the Box of Delights Parts 1 and 2 as promised. And here's part 1, starring Patrick Troughton. Here he is, as I said. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. Now this one is 85 minutes in this one. Here's a tape for The Box of Delights Part 1. No print date. And here's Part 2. An enchanting blend of spectacular cartoon animation and fine acting. Here's the front, and it's also part of a BBC Young Classic collection. Spine. Here's the back. This one runs for 81 minutes. Here's a tape for The Box of Delights Part 2. No print date. Right, and we're going to do the Narnia films now, and then of course we'll continue in the next part, during the second part. So we're going to crack on with this double video pack of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Now, this is the first one. Now, this, however, is the double video pack that I have rescued from Shaw Trust way before it was shut, of course. So, luckily, I've rescued that one. Here's the front, big spine, and the big back. And here's part 1 for the Narnia film, The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe Part 1. No print date. And here's part 2. No print date on that one either. So this one featured the old look, and this one is a reissue because of the Spylines logo. Right, moving on to the other Narnia films now. Oh, and don't worry about the silver chair because the other one has got Streaks of Doom I did. So I'm only going to show you these two last. Starting with Prince Caspian. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. Now this one runs for 57 minutes on here. That's nearly about an hour. Here's a tape for Prince Caspian. Here's the print date. Now this one is 25th of July 1996. Right, last one for now, and it's The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Here's the front, spine, and here's the back. Now this one runs for 109 minutes. And here's the tape for The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Print date is 2nd of May 1999. So there you have it, viewers. So that's pretty much what I can show you in the first part during the second part of the BBC Globes logo. Okay, well, I better say goodbye now, viewers, and I'll see you again soon for the next part or so. Till then, bye-bye.